Hey guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go for this. I've actually just finished reading. I'm already starting another one, but I just feel the need for this one. So this deck here may be kind of familiar. I don't know when I'm gonna get to post this, but I want these to be kind of angel messages, kind of just a message that you may be needing to hear. Some advice perhaps may come out of this. So I only have these two piles here because I don't know why. This one's been sitting on my desk for a while, ever since I did a reading the other day. And then this is a newer deck, and I feel in these, and they've just been sitting here. So I'm gonna use them. So the first pile here, so only two piles. This first pile here is the Lunar Eclipse Tarot. And then pile 2 here is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, okay? So that's it. What is it that you need to hear? Pile 1, pile 2, timestamps are down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1, so if you chose the Lunar Eclipse Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So let's get into this. So these are messages from Spirit. What is Spirit wanting you to know? Something that you could possibly just be struggling with at this time. Some kind of advice, kind of moving forward there on whatever this is. It could be something that's even hasn't happened yet, something that could be coming to you that you're needing advice on, something that may be coming out. Maybe you're going against some things here. Okay. Against the wind. Maybe you're going against the wind here, something that's coming to mind. Okay. Well, that came right out. The Ten of Wands in reverse. So releasing something that's been causing you some sort of burden here. There's that Emperor in reverse. I saw that already once. Not knowing what to do. Pile 1. What message do they need to hear? The Knight of Cups. Not knowing if maybe you need to walk away from someone or something. Feeling like you don't have any power in that. The Nine of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment that you have, I think, with someone else. Not knowing if you should walk away from this or if you should wait on this. And the Ten of Swords. Wow. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? That did a weird flip. Page of Pentacles. Starting something new for yourself and releasing some burdens. Page of Wands. I'm going to put this here. I feel like it's needed there. Came out with it when I said that. Not feeling like really in kind of... There's a lack of drive that's here to want to start something new. And that's kind of been the burden for you. Tell me about the Emperor in reverse. It could be because you feel powerless anyways, or you don't feel like you have what you need. The Emperor in reverse. 2 cards came out, actually. The Nine of Swords, so this is something causing anxiety here, obviously. And the Hierophant in reverse, and I saw this when we were shuffling. This is about you not knowing if this is the right direction for you or not. And there's a lack of inspiration that's here. There's a lack of fulfillment where you are. And knowing that you need to kind of release yourself from that is something that's here. It's just maybe something that's hard. This is going against the wind for me, and that causes anxiety. You're going against some kind of belief system here with the Hierophant being in reverse. Some sort of advice even. Going against something else is something that's big here that's causing a lot of stress. And taking control of the situation, knowing you need to take control of the situation. It's Knight of Cups in reverse. It flipped, it didn't come out. Nine of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. You have the World here. So having no closure and someone that maybe they never offered you a cup, you know, they never offered you a romantic offer in some sense, and knowing that you need to kind of release yourself from that commitment or obligation that you have is something that's here. For others of you, this is kind of making a decision to have like this is going back to something. This is, you could be trying to offer someone a couple of, a romantic offer to someone, and you're afraid of what's gonna happen when you do that, and you're reflecting on things of the past, but you're reflecting also where you are with this Page of Pentacles and what you want. It's almost like you don't know if you want to take this on. But all these burdens are what you're kind of looking at here, knowing that you need a change. You're running out of fuel is what I'm feeling. You know, you're running out of that drive. The world in reverse is saying, you know, you're not finished with something. This could be going back to something, or this could be feeling like you may have to end something with a lack of closure there. The Nine of Cups is someone that's giving up on an emotional fulfillment, okay? The Nine of Cups is someone that's not has received something to a certain extent, and now they're not happy anymore. And the ending is here. Why is this Nine of Cups here? The Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's overwhelming because it's like you're sitting in a position where you're unhappy where you are. And you have this here, but you feel like maybe even this Nine of Cups of what you want could only bring like more stress or more anxiety, and that's something that you worry about as well. Should I take this on, or is the burdens that I'm carrying less of a stress? That sounds miserable, which is the Nine of Cups in reverse, is a card of misery. Everything that you've tried, or everything that you've tried to gain, it never works out in the way that you want it to. And that's where you're sitting here. And it's like, I don't even want to make a choice because I feel like it's just too difficult. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Wow. I'm anxious to see what that says, the way it flipped out. The Six of Swords. So ending something here is here, and wanting to move to a calmer place. This is this whole thing here for you overall. Ending something and wanting to move to a calmer place. Closing out a cycle and wanting to move to a calmer place because you're not happy with where you are, how things are going. You have the Eight of Wands. Sorry about my son yelling, screaming in the background. You know, you don't want to be a fool here. Wow, guys. A lot of major arcana. Yeah. Okay. You feel like you don't have enough. You feel like you're at a loss. And you don't want to miss an opportunity, but you're worried about what the future of that opportunity really looks like. And facing judgment is something that I think is a fear that's kind of holding you back here. Even though this has been maybe something that you've manifested for yourself, this opportunity, but you don't want to take a risk. There's a worry about taking a risk with the Fool in reverse. When it comes to success, so I don't know if I can be successful here. I don't know if this is the decision I want to make because it could backfire on me here, this Eight of Wands. Should I like this? Should I move this forward? Could I be successful? What if I'm not? What if it ends in a bad way? But I'm also unhappy with where I am here. But am I better off here carrying this burden? Because I know there's going to be more to come. Needing to end all this stress, all these things, and getting to a calmer place is what this reading is about. So now let's get advice on that, okay? So we're going to start with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Ten of Wands in reverse. What's the advice with the Ten of Wands in reverse? What's the advice on that? What's the advice on this Ten of Wands in reverse? Your advice here would be the Hanged Man. You're not looking at this in the perspective that you need to be looking at it. You need to get back up on that moon here and look at these stress that you're feeling or those anxieties in a different way when it comes to this new start. You've lost your, sorry guys, my throat's been messing up. You've lost your drive here. In order to get that back, you need to look at things in a different way. Look at this as releasing a burden, a larger burden, a burden you've been carrying on. Think about that Two of Wands there. Think about what it is that your future-wise, what was your plan? You know, looking at more of a positive way of what that was to bring back that spark. What can be fulfilled? So why is the Emperor in the reverse? The advice on this Emperor in reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Seven of Wands. There's an energy here of you needing to bring everything into alignment when it comes to your vision. Bringing yourself back to a position. You're starting to fall kind of in this, it's kind of a woe is me kind of energy that I'm feeling here, guys. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like, I think that you've waited on something so long that now you're starting to kind of lose that inspiration, lose that hope that it can be fulfilled. This Emperor is like, you know, I want to take control here, but I'm fighting against that Hierophant. I'm fighting against all odds, against the wind, like what I was talking about. And it's that Seven of Pentacles with that Seven of Wands. You know, this is something that you have to fight for, is what they're saying. This is, you have to figure out what it is that you want long term and fight for whatever that is. And then they recognize, you know, this is going to be a fight here moving forward. It depends, all comes down to what it is that you really want. If you want to stick with this, if you don't. So the only thing that you control is what you want to defend, what you want to protect. You need to figure that out. So tell me about the Knight of Cups in reverse with the World in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Something that may have been maybe disappointing or have disappointed you, or you being a disappointment even. Coming out of that thought. That this is a card of regret. And in reverse, it's saying, you know, you're coming out of that. You're making amends. You're not feeling like there's a loss there anymore. You don't want to have regrets here. So if this is a Knight of Cups coming in the World in reverse, you feel like there's something that's unfinished here that you would want to keep going or offer. Start something new, a new type of the situation. And you don't want to have these regrets. This is the advice with the Five of Cups. You don't want to have to be sitting in a place to where you said shoulda, coulda, woulda. What should I have done? If you're feeling something that you need to do, kind of move forward and kind of see if you can figure that out further without just staying in one spot. You know, because this is something that you know you'll have to fight for. So why is the Knight of Cups here in reverse with the Seven of Cups in reverse? Either way, it's a fight, is what they're saying. Either way, it's going to be a fight. Yeah, look at this. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy. You also have all the fixed signs here. So Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn. I mean, not Capricorn, Scorpio. Is that all of them? Did I say all of them? So this is about you having an opportunity to have a wish fulfillment, but being too afraid to choose the wrong thing. And so you hold yourself back. With this King of Pentacles, he's not someone that's grounded in his knowing. He's in reverse. He's distorted. So he has the ability to take action, just like the Emperor, but you feel like there's a lack there that's holding you back. So even though you have an opportunity, that can turn into a negative thing, you know, later, regret, if you don't recognize your worth here and step up to making a decision. Because either way, I think something may come to an end. And I think that maybe this time is here with the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, you could run out of time. Okay, so tell me about the Ten of, you know, I know everybody says, well, if it's meant for you, it'll come to you. But it could come to you time and time again. Maybe you're ready for it now. Maybe no. Okay, maybe you're ready for it later. It's all about how you feel in the moment. If you feel like you're ready, if you feel like you're at a position where you can take something on, and they're saying that this is a fight, this is going to be a battle here, either way, and you know that. It's just pick your battles. Which one would you rather defend? Which one do you not want to lose? Which one would be most beneficial here for you? You know, you can look at this as a good opportunity or a negative one. It just depends on your mindset. And what you want to live, what will you live with, you know, without. Okay, without taking some sort of action. Tell me about the Ten of Swords here. Advice for the Ten of Swords. We'll take it. You have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is an emotional message, I feel like, for some of you. Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Wands. And the Chariot, guys. My head started hurting like crazy just now. Yeah, it's been happening to me in readings lately. So you have Pisces energy here. You also have, I already went through those, didn't I? You have Cancer energy here as well. The Two of Cups, it's have to do with a relationship and balancing out a relationship. And there's your Two of Wands that we talked about with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's your counterpart, both in reverse because you're being faced with a decision. You've been holding back some kind of truth here. Big time. Not been giving to a situation and not being flexible on a situation because you've been trying to protect, I feel like, your own emotional state here to some extent. This Two of Swords is, you know, that decision I feel like will come and be made for you. This Queen of Pentacles is someone that's kind of in reverse, not giving fully herself away, you know, which could be this other person here. This Ace of Wands is losing that opportunity because you're trapped in the fear of the future here with the Two of Wands upright. I'm sorry, in reverse. The Temperance that's here, it's also Sagittarius energy, but things are not in balance because of this fear that's behind that with that Two of Wands. So this is a situation where it's like either way, there's an obstacle. Either way, there's a fire. Either way, this way's going to be rough. This way's going to be rough in some way, shape, or form. What is the best, what's easier in that situation to deal with one way or another? That's how you change your perspective. That's how you look at it differently. Okay, so those are pros and cons, guys. So you make a list and write it down. What are the pros and cons here? What will I be losing? What will I be gaining out of if I choose this or if I choose that? Because I don't want to have regrets. I want to make sure that I really analyze and think about this. You know, if this is kind of your energy and how you kind of do things. This right here, let me finish this here. We have this Two of Cups, which is about a partnership. So again, you don't trust the situation, and that's one of the things that's kind of laying here on this whole entire thing in this Page of Cups, because you'll have to open yourself up to some extent kind of emotionally here and go with the flow of things in order to be able to obtain what it is that you want, which makes you nervous because you have a level of distrust that's in your energy, healing that needs to take place within your energy. So we have the Chariot here, so taking the reins here and moving in a positive direction. The ending's here. This is what I want you to leave this reading with. The Ten of Swords is here with the Six of Wands. Moving into a calmer place is here. It's going to happen, but it's either going to happen in this direction or it's going to happen in this direction. Neither one of them are going to be easy. They're both going to have these obstacles. So here you are. This is the advice. This is your opportunity to take the reins here on this and decide what it is that you want to move towards here, okay? How do you want to progress forward? What set of matches do you want to light? And you've been procrastinating this, but they're going to be lit regardless. So either, you know, Spirit's going to come along, make that decision kind of happen for you. And this could have someone else to do here that is kind of in a position to where they feel like they have to make some sort of decision. They also are holding back here. I think this person here sees this Ten of Cups, and this King of Swords. they're thinking of things logically, and they feel like they want something emotionally fulfilling here in some kind of way, guys. This could be your energy I'm picking up on. Y'all just gonna have to put that with who feels what, okay? So this could be your person or your energy I'm picking up on here. That Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone that's kind of not showing their Ten of Cups. And this decision is laying here on you to take the reins here. And this Chariot is Cancer energy, emotional energy, coming out of your shell, showing yourself so that you can take the lead and move something in a positive way. Light that fire, you know. Either it's going to be someone else's decision or your decision in a way of, I mean, it's up to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there is no wrong decision. There's just different decisions. And you just have to, like I said, you just have to see what it is that you really want. Make a list, write it down. Pros and cons. What are my challenges here? What are my challenges here? What's good about this situation? What's good about this situation? And kind of figure it out from there. You have to kind of structure it out. I feel like it would be good for you if you could just kind of put it on paper and structure it. Look at this. Confusion. Look at this card. This is this overall energy here. You have that, the two lanterns there. That is the Two of Wands kind of energy, you know, moving forward. The Two of Wands is about planning for your future, okay? You have past, known, unknown, future, perhaps, maybe. I mean, many choices and uncertainty. 13 is that death in tarot, so transformation. This is going to, whatever this is, this decision that you make, either way, it's going to significantly transform your life. And it's a heavy decision. I mean, that's obvious here, right? It's completely obvious here. But it's definitely going to transform everything in your life. This is about you having you're ending this cycle, this period of time in your life, and having a chance to either have some sort of renewed energy and a rebirth of whatever that is. And it's either going to come in this form or come in that form. It's completely up to you. Tell me any advice, please, Spirit. Thank you. So we have the wisdom in the, is it Magi or Magi? I think it's Magi. You also have the number 18 here, prophets and ancient seers, decisions, and predictive guidance, okay? So I feel like that's, well, that's me. Trying to help you get out of that mindset of the moon with the number 18, you know? You have 5 here, which is representing the change as well. Mental clarity, you know? Confusion to mental clarity, and completion, reward, and achievement. And this is the 16, which is the Tower, another Scorpio energy in tarot, having that achievement and reward. That Tower moment, I feel like, is significant here, because I feel like this, whatever you decide, you have an option here to create that Tower moment for yourself and that change for yourself, and use what it is that you've learned throughout your life so far to make this choice to transform. But there's something to do here with this mental clarity and how you need to gain this mental clarity and making this choice and what's best for you. Like I talked about. And you also have a 5 here with 16. 7, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's missing? 10. It's right here, guys. That's why I love numbers. That's why I love numbers. There you go. This is a cycle that you've completed. You're at the end of this cycle, and now you're set with making a decision of what reward you want to gain here. What is it that you want moving forward? It's like Spirit saying, this is up to you. Ball's in your court now. How hard do you want this to be? You know, what do you seek? Sometimes we can look at things that to us may be very difficult, but to someone else they'd be like, oh, well, that's not that big of a deal. I can make it through that. And it just depends on what you've been through in your life. So what do you feel like in your life you've been preparing for? Is this something that you feel strong enough and capable of taking on? They want me to get something else here before we move forward with that. I'm also going to get some... Y'all, I use these a lot, and I always forget to mention their name, but it's Divine Goddess Oracles, and I love these cards. I actually probably need some new ones, because these are kind of... They used to be so pretty. They used to have gold all the way around. Not anymore. What advice do you have for pile 1? Denial. Don't deny yourself, because you have this, failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or attachments. Don't deny yourself of something that it is that you want, because you're afraid of having some kind of attachment here. Having this attachment, sometimes those can lead to unhealthy things, and it could just be you being stuck in a pattern, a certain place in your life, and knowing that you need to get out of it. Patience. Manifestations are on the way. I think that you have had patience with yourself, though. And I think that you're at this point to where you have this, you could manifest. This could have, like I said here, this could have been something that you actually manifested for yourself, and now you're faced with that choice. And now you're like, oh, I didn't know I was actually going to get that opportunity. And now it's that fear's kind of sinking in. Anything else that you want to say for pile 1? There's always one more thing, and it's release. Release. Releasing that old version of yourself, releasing that old story is something that's really here, because guys, I don't think that when you go through a healing period, okay, or you go through anything in your life where you feel like you've come out on the other end a better person, a better, stronger, more wise, whatever that is. And hopefully that's everybody in life. Hopefully we're building ourselves up. And you got to this point, and here it is. You finally experience, like, okay, we know you're ready, so here you go. And then you get it, and then you're like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready. Fear immediately sometimes just kicks right in, even if you're happy and excited about something. And you can take that fear, and depending on how strong you feel and how capable you feel, you can either fight that fear and take something good out of it and do it anyways. Or you can say to yourself, I don't feel like I'm really fully ready for this. And that's okay too. It's different for everybody because we experience different situations. So look at your life. Go back through your life and ask yourself, is this something that I am ready for? And release anything that you feel like isn't in your highest good or your healthiest good, as my stomach growls. You may be someone that's just really, really, you're losing your inspiration wherever you are. So whatever you choose, I would go and say, as far as to say, maybe you should kind of step outside of your comfort zone for a little while to kind of stretch your legs a little bit, kind of get that inspiration back that you had once before. You may have lost a little bit. But what was I going to say about that? I feel like that everybody in their lives kind of get to a point to where they're at this point here with you. And making a difference in yourself, and this will even influence people around you as well, I think that's something that we don't pay much close attention to, but we should. People that love us and care about us, sometimes they don't always see that what we want is what we need, because they have their own wants and needs for us of what they would feel like would make us happy. But sometimes it takes us taking that leap and moving in that direction, and then later them looking back and saying, you know what, I get it now. I see how happy that's made you. I see the difference in you. And I love you, and I only wanted what was best for you in the beginning. But sometimes emotions get in the way of that, because people that love us want to keep us. They want to keep us safe. They want to keep us close. And they want what's best for us. And they don't always know what that is. This is about you releasing any kind of grudges or wounds that this decision that you're making here could affect other people. in the end. And I don't know why I just went on that huge rant, but I guess somebody needed to hear that. There may be a lot of those pent-up feelings that you're feeling when it comes to this, making this decision and how this is going to affect everyone. And this is something that they're wanting you to release and kind of leave that into faith. Yeah. Let's see what Spirit has to say with postcard. I have a postcard from Spirit for pile 1, please. Okay, I have this one here, but this is the second time I've seen this one. I kind of want to take it. I feel the need to take it. Okay, so let's start with this one here. You are a divine beauty. We're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through languages of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential for being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. Guys, if there are people in your lives, and this has been kind of this has been something that's been a process. For me, I feel like. That I've kind of learned, but sometimes people come into our lives. You know, we ask for things all the time, don't we? We ask for Spirit to help us in situations all the time. But then when they do bring us help or bring us a fix for that, sometimes we're so human that we don't see clearly that's what we needed. You know, because it's not coming in the form that we imagined. But Spirit, God, the universe, they all, you know, everything, it's bigger than us. They know more than we do. They see things in a different scale. And I always see them as being up there and being kind of looking down on us like a map, if you would a map. If you're in the town, you can't see how far it's going to take to get to here and there and everywhere, or what direction, it really, unless you already know that. You have to have that map to see that bigger perspective of, okay, I get it, you know, and that's what Spirit is. That's what they're kind of saying here, is that when we're in that position, we have that higher kind of perspective of knowing that there's more to this whole situation, and kind of following yourself, kind of following your own instincts here, and that inner guidance is that kind of sometimes the only way to go. And if you've kind of been seeing those signs and seeing symbols and seeing things and or people in your life, and you've kind of pushed those away because you're afraid, Spirit's like, you've asked for this. We're trying to give it to you. But just because you can't see it in your form of what you see it as, you know, it doesn't mean that it's not important. I don't know why that came out, but there you go. With love. Miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many miracles of synchronicities when all the right people in the right place, in the right opportunities, in the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt like you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen, which is what we see here. We want you to know that miracles are being conducted for you. They'll never run out. And you just don't get to choose how they come or who will deliver them, when they will show up and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. that would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. They want you to make a decision based off of what it is that you want and desire, and not make a decision based off of fears, anxieties, and stress. If anxiety and stress and fear were the devil, which I feel like they are, and going towards what it is that you feel on the inside is your moral or inner, not moral, but your inner knowing, your inner compass, your heart, what it is that lays on your heart and that you need to do or you feel you need to do as more of a God entity kind of form, then as in a good way, which one would you choose? You know, if you didn't have that fear there, which one would it be? Yeah, let go of fear. Let go of fear. If I could have just read this card, I would have saved myself that whole rant that I went on before. Because that was what that whole thing was about, was people, places, and things kind of showing up when you need them and kind of allowing that to happen. So I'm going to use some of these, and we'll get some initials to close here, guys. I hope this was helpful, informative, good guidance for you, what you needed to hear in this moment. Okay, what do you have? We have 2 cards. These are inspirational quotes, but sometimes they're funny. When life gets blurry, adjust your focus. Absolutely. That's this whole perspective shift, okay? Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself. Yeah, okay, well, Spirit got a little sassy there at the end. About you, this is, and they're laughing about it. Look at that guy. He's having a good old time. Ha, ha, ha. There you go. Same colors, guys. Look at that. Same colors of this card. Same exact colors of this card. That's not a coincidence. That's Spirit saying, well, when life has no remote, so get up and just change it yourself. Yeah, because they keep sending you things, I feel like, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. So we have R-E-P, repeat. Maybe you've been on the same cycle for a long time. Ilm again, or W. J, and, so there's more here. I feel like that's about a choice too. Look, and. So you may all constantly be on this repetitive, like, well, and this, and that. There's just always going to be an and. Just keep that in mind. We have Ilm E, so focus on me, focus on yourself. We have 2, which is that decision that needs to be made. There's just so saying right here is that, like I keep saying, it doesn't matter. There's going to be ands and buts and all kinds of stuff going on in both decisions. It just depends on which one you want to face. Which there's 2 armies, right, that you have to face here. This is the way I'm saying it. And it just depends on which army you feel like is the one that you can defeat, you know, and that's going to be different for everybody. So P-U, this may stink. I'm going to make this decision. It's not easy. We have F-V-B. We also have the number 7, which is the divine that's here to say that we are here for you. And it's also about alignment, things coming into alignment. We have B here. We also have Y-W, the heart. A, so your heart will show you the way. Something that has come out. I-R, and D, tide. There may be some rough tides, but there's just tides. They won't last. You can work through them, okay? It's something else that keeps coming up. Whatever you choose. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave y'all here. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Y'all let me know how it resonates, please. And good luck to you guys on this, and you can do it. You can do it. And I'm just going to leave y'all with this guy here because he's just having so much fun. Or gal, I guess. Guy, gal. Whoever that is. And, yeah, that's all I have. Good luck to you guys. If you want a personal reading for me, I'm open for that. It's in the description box. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hey, Pile 2. So if you chose the Guardian of the Night Tarot, this is going to be a reading. So we're going to get just straight into tarot, guys. We're going to see what this is that Spirit's wanting to talk to you about. Advice, guidance on whatever this is. may or may not know about. I did already pre-shuffle this deck, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing that. But we're going to get tarot, and then we'll go into some oracle cards. And then we'll go into some... Actually, I'm just going to pull what I feel called during your reading, since we don't really know what this is going to be about. Okay. So what is this about? For pile 2, Spirit. Pile 2. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Pile 2. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Magician here. We also have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So let me move these over to make some room. Okay. We have Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius or Aries energy here. I have one more, please. The Six of Cups. So, move these over even more. These cards are kind of big. They're so pretty though, aren't they? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm seeing so far. This is based off of some sort of, I feel like this is some sort of manifestation that you've been waiting for. I think that you've been waiting to kind of obtain all the tools that you need in order to play out something about getting out of the cold, maybe even a financial situation, getting out of the cold with. Growing up, kind of letting go of things of the past is something that's here. Learning, kind of processing through that. But definitely getting out of something here is a big energy that's here. Something that maybe you've been holding on to or had a negative viewpoint of from your past. Like, it's a hard energy I'm feeling on yourself. Like, why can't I ever, like, every time I get to this point, like, this is what happens. I can't ever get past this. This is an energy of knowing that this is something that you've been wanting is the manifestation that's here, and that is being played out, okay? Could be even feeling like you've wanted to do something for a long time, but almost losing your inspiration on it and trying to gain new perspectives about how to fulfill that want or that desire that you have, but being a little insecure about not having what it is that you need in order to do that, and that's changing, okay? This isn't, you're getting to this point to where you need to understand that for some of you, you've had all the tools that you needed to kind of get out of this from the beginning. You just haven't been looking at it in the way that you have needed to be looking at it. Why is the Hangman in reverse? Yeah, the World. Why is the Queen of Wands in the reverse? The Fool. Yeah. Why is the Magician here? The Knight of Cups. Guys, pile 1 had the Knight of Cups as well, in reverse in the same spot, but it was up here. How crazy. How crazy. Why is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse? You have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Why is the Six of Cups in the reverse? You have the Chariot in the reverse. Bottom of the deck energy. The Eight of Cups. This is you walking away from something that hasn't been kind of emotionally fulfilling you. Could have been this Empress energy here. You're taking this. This isn't something that you. This is something that you're not so happy about. I mean, this is something that I feel like you don't feel as like a good thing, because there's things here that you feel like that could be someone here that you feel like needs to walk away from you in order to kind of get to a calmer place or pursue something. Or you feel like you're kind of leaving someone here behind and you're afraid of like sending this message. Okay, so that being said, this has something to do with you recognizing your own worth as well, and recognizing how you've grown and who you are and how far you've come. Big time. That's a big energy that I'm feeling here. You have Taurus energy here as well. You also have more Aries energy and Cancer. So I feel like there's There's something here, some kind of chapter, I feel like, that has just not been, you haven't been able to close fully. Okay? Some kind of lesson. That didn't want to come out. I'm so sorry. Some kind of lesson here. This may be hard to hear. So take a deep breath. Okay. There's some kind of lesson here that you went through or that you're going through that you need to like kind of take a minute and see a different perspective of, because you keep kind of repeating yourself mentally here over and over in your head. Like, why does this work out? Why isn't this worked out? Why do I not have like what I need here? Why does this keep kind of continuing in the same pattern? And there's a leap that you need to take, but the problem is that you're looking at this thought or idea that, you know, of why you're not seeing things clearly. Why can't you have this prosperity that you want? And that's just so strong here that you're not seeing the lesson in this. And it has to do with you feeling not good enough. You feeling like you don't have what it takes. You feeling almost kind of jealous of others because maybe they've gotten to points that you haven't. You kind of being in this position to where you're not being expressive even about what it is that you desire in a very action-oriented way, like playing out that, kind of taking risk and feeling like you have the desire to take a risk. The desire kind of goes over the fear here. You know, you want something so bad, you're willing to kind of take that risk, but you're in a position to where you haven't been there. You haven't been in a place to where you're saying, I want this so bad that I'm going to take this risk and opportunity to do it, because you can't get your mind off of something that you keep repeating to yourself about. I mean, this is a learned thing that you're not seeing, that you do in your life in general. It's just a certain kind of circumstance that you're in at this time. But you may be someone that can repetitively kind of get yourself stuck into a situation because you're afraid of taking that risk. And it has to do with your own worth, recognizing your own value here. There's a manifestation that you're playing out here when it comes to this Knight of Cups. Something that you want. This could be a lover. This could be a romantic offer. This could be a, something that you feel like you have. This is what their spirit's saying here. You have all the tools that you need in making this happen for yourself. Having whatever this is. This could be just having this, you know, a soulmate or a romantic offer from someone, or giving someone that, or having it, just having it. That's what I'm feeling. Just having this is here. Knowing you are worthy, you are capable, and it can be fulfilled is here. Middle of your spread. But the energy behind it is that you're not good enough, and that's a repetitive cycle of taking that risk. That's what's keeping you back. Ahead of it here, you have this Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. So there's a really an emotional part of you that you feel like you want to come out of the cold here. You want to be able to move things in a better place, right? To gain something for yourself. But you may feel a lack of maturity here when it comes to your emotions. This is something that you question in yourself, I think, a lot. And it keeps you from being able to let go and realize your growth, which is this overall energy. How far you've come is this overall energy, and it keeps tying back into here. You're not the same as you once were. This Six of Cups for me in reverse is a card of being mature, learning from past mistakes, and being mature when it comes to moving forward. And for some of you, this can have to do with something to do with your finances, because this is just a repetitive message I keep hearing, and moving towards your goals of what you want and feeling like you can do that. You have the tools in order to do that. But anytime you get any little kind of setback, it makes you feel like you're too hard on yourself in a sense, you know? And you just have to say, okay, the obstacles don't change, you change. You change the way you deal with the obstacles. The obstacles are the same. It comes down to how you change when you look at those, and knowing that you're different from what you were in the past, knowing you experience things different from what you were in the past is here. Knowing that you can make offers and that you can take action in a way that is needed is here, and leaving this energy behind. You know, the Chariot in reverse is a card of needing others. And there may be a part of you that you know you may need to ask for some sort of help here in order to kind of achieve this, leaving this past energy behind. That's just a message there for some of you. Because this is a card of wanting to take the reins and move in a positive place and leaving the past behind, but needing someone else in order to do that, and needing someone else's help in order to do that. And I don't think that you necessarily, for some of you, do. I just think that that's, for some of you, it comes down to having a hard time asking for advice with that because of maybe pride, I don't know, not wanting to look like you don't have everything together, you know, not wanting to look like to others that you're immature in some kind of way and you don't have all your stuff together. That's something that's here. But it's keeping you held back, you know, and you want to get out of a situation that you feel like you're not growing in as well, as the message that's coming through. And you have the tools to do that. It's right there. You have everything to go forward. Let me get some, I'm going to get some more. This Empress here she is someone that, and the fox is interesting for the Empress because foxes, they're so strategic about how they kind of do things. That's why we don't, I mean, around here, I know that's why we don't see very many of them. It's hard to catch a fox, you know? Really hard to catch a fox. And the Empress is smart, and they're wanting you to, they're saying, you are smart, you are capable, you have the willpower, and you can fulfill this goal or this dream that you want, and you can overcome whatever this Eight of Cups is that you're leaving behind. You can overcome this. You know, this may be someone that you're leaving behind as well, because he's looking directly at this Empress for me, and you have the sail ship and the star in the background. The star would be the wish. The sail ship would be moving away from someone, or moving into a calmer place for yourself. And the cups are the emotions that you're leaving behind with this person. So this could be someone in your life or a family that you feel like you have to leave behind in order to be, you know, to go fulfill something here. And this is, you know, somebody may be kind of keeping you held back when it comes to that, or making you feel insecure even, keeping you stuck. That happens. But it's time for you to kind of let this go. It's time for you to recognize that you can take the reins here and move forward with whatever this is. Even if this is healing past something and moving on to something new, and offering, you know, taking an offering, or allowing yourself to offer something to someone, you know, with that Knight of Cups there. So give me advice here with the Hanged Man in reverse, with the World in reverse. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is the struggle. This is what's keeping you back. And you're at your last point, you know. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And it's interesting that you have that fox there in the background on that stump. So you have this energy of, this is killing me. I'm on my last, I can't do this again. I cannot repeat the same cycle once again. I have to get out of this situation. You know, you're clinging on to something that's, I feel like, it's already kind of gone for some of you. Some of you, I just heard you already have the key to how to kind of move forward. It's just, you're worried about closing that door. So tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Fool. The Four Swords. You've sat on this for so long. You know, you've rested on this for so long. And you've kind of hibernated on taking this risk. And it's funny too, because you have the Three Swords that are here instead of the Four. And she's, you know, he's laying on that one sword, with them sticking out of the cold. I just heard the truth is staring you in the face. as well. Yeah, I get it now. Because the sword is right in front of this. What is that, a hedgehog or something? Right in front of it. The truth is staring you in the face. How funny. Got it. This could be something that's happening around fall as well. Maybe significant to somebody. Yeah. In order for you to be able to experience new growth in your life, you know, like a tree has to go through that process of shedding its leaves and having that new cycle. And this is kind of a closing out here in a new cycle. And you have this opportunity, but you're holding on tightly to something here that's already kind of gone or decaying or not there anymore. It's just not the same. You need to get out of this. That's what they're saying here, because you've sat on this for so long. Sometimes you can set on something for so long, your inspiration for that thing starts to decline. You know, your desire for that thing starts to decline. Your hope starts to decline. Your security or your courage starts to decline when it comes to taking a leap. And this is kind of here. So tell me about the advice here is to realize what this is kind of doing to you wherever you are, how it's affecting you, something that you need to sit and think about. Let's see what this says. The Lovers in reverse. For some of you, this is someone that is it's a one-sided kind of relationship. For some of you, this is, you know, wanting, with this Knight of Cups here, wanting love, but not being able to obtain it or have it. Tell me more about the Lovers in reverse. The Eight of Wands. So this is also about self-love for me when it's in reverse. Focusing on yourself and moving forward and doing something for yourself here. Even if it goes against what other people's viewing as what's good for you, you know, something that's here. Just a message that keeps kind of coming up in my reading. But seeing a higher perspective of how things can be played out is something else that's kind of here. And this being a struggle, but moving forward anyways. Okay, side note. So tell me about the Magician and the Knight of Cups. Why is the Magician and the Knight of Cups here? Temperance. Strange, it's a frog, which is about taking a leap of faith. Temperance, when it's in reverse, Sagittarius energy, you know, wanting to fulfill something that you desire that's on your heart. You know, Sagittarius is, they're about being able to kind of see themselves in a way that they kind of want to just, there's an impulsiveness that's there, you know? It's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning, how you feel this inspiration, this drive. And Sagittarius is a fire sign. So there's a lot of kind of desire behind something and feeling that free loving kind of energy, you know, wanting to kind of take hold of that. There's a carelessness that goes into it though. And I think that you've set so far into that careless kind of energy that you, instead of being okay with it that's there and knowing it's a risk, instead you've kind of seeped more into the fear of that risk. And it's caused this imbalance here. So even though you have the tools and you have this manifestation that's here to be able to obtain or move towards what it is that you want, the imbalance comes from because you've sat on it for too long. You've thought about it for too long. Now it just seems unrealistic. Okay, now that I have it, now it just seems unrealistic, right? Why is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse with the Page of Cups? The Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a very hot and cold energy. This is a very, in reverse, this is not not the best energy, more fire energy, Sagittarius energy. This is what I just got done talking about with the Temperance. You have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck that's being shown to me, which is part of the lesson that's here. This is the lesson. This is what you need to acknowledge here with this Page of Cups. You're different now. You've grown. You don't have to be in this hot and cold energy anymore. You can actually make decisions and move forward with what those decisions are that you want. You can take the direction that you want to take here, and you don't have to be focused on everything else around you. You know, the Knight of Wands, can get in the past. Maybe you jumped on things because you were afraid. You maybe took a risk because you were too afraid of losing something. But there's an energy of needing to find this balance here between setting on it too long and going too quickly. You know, there's a middle ground that's here that needs to play out. And so now you have this opportunity to move towards something that you've manifested for yourself, but now you're afraid to take the leap because it's this here, the Temperance in the middle. Setting on it, thinking about it for too long. And what if you do something too quickly? But behind that is recognizing that you are not that same Page of Cups. You don't act on your emotions in that same kind of way. You're more mature when dealing with these things. You're more mature when dealing with these emotions that you feel, and you've moved that into a more positive place. So let's see why this Six of Cups in reverse with the Chariots here. What's advice for this? Six of Cups in reverse with the Chariot here. Advice for this. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles. Brand new start. A brand new start. There may be some kind of apology that goes into this for some of you as well. With that Six of Cups, something from the past. But forgiveness of self is something that's coming to mind. Forgiving yourself for maybe how you didn't take the reins in the past is something that's here that can help you to press forward, because that's why you're out of balance anyways. So forgiving yourself can get you out of this Nine of Wands from feeling like, you know, gosh, this is hard. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to make this decision. I know I have it right here in front of me, but what if I do things too quickly? I've done that before. And I've just got to a place where I feel more comfortable where I am. What if I sit on this too long and I lose this opportunity? I don't know what to do here, you know. Knowing that you didn't make the right decision in the past of something is something that you need to forgive yourself for, that can help you to be able to find the balance that you're looking for. Forgiving yourself and letting whatever that goes that you had kind of an opportunity in the past with, and knowing that you've grown now and you do things a little differently now than you did back then. You have that Queen of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords with the Two of Wands and Judgment. Okay, I mean, I should just keep going down here at the bottom of the deck. You're worried about losing everything, and you may have in the past lost something and blamed other people for that loss. And now you're kind of sitting in a place where you're afraid. I'm really afraid to... This is solely your decision, I feel like. And I feel like you're really afraid of making those plans in the future, of having this new energy come in, because you don't know what it's going to look like. And that thing about blaming others in the past is something that's weighing on you that you need to also forgive yourself for, because you may have been less evolved to be able to acknowledge your part that you played in a situation, and how that was kind of where you were the one that was in control in that situation, or it was kind of, it was needed. Is something that you need to let go of, knowing that whatever that was needed to help you to grow, to mature in that situation, is something that's here as well. And maybe you blamed others at the time. The Two of Wands is saying, though, now I'm afraid to make the wrong choice here. You may have seriously just gotten to this Three of Swords in reverse, a place to where you've kind of healed past that. Okay, I finally healed past that. What if, and that's the energy I got here, what if I do this too quickly and I really cause a mess up? So this is a mixed energy here. You have this Knight of Swords, which is coming in too quickly, coming in with, well, just coming in fast with communication here. And the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is cutting up something off, which is, it could be an idea, communication, thought, whatever that is. It's the bottom of your deck energy here. So it's saying you have an opportunity here if you can get past this fear of what you could lose or what you afraid of getting out of this comfortability that you find yourself in. Wow, it's a different way of saying it. And taking this truth, this sword of truth to someone. Being honest with yourself, though, is here as well. And not denying yourself of logically how to get out of this situation. I mean, this is about not denying yourself and your own abilities of using your own logic and mindset to be able to make decisions and fulfill yourself in your life. I mean, stepping up and saying, you know, nobody's going to tell me kind of that I don't know what I'm doing here. You know, this is my life and I've grown past that. But that forgiveness is so heavy here in order for you to be able to play that out. I'm going to get some other cards. We're going to get some advice from Spirit with some of these. This is the Light and Energy Oracles. I feel like I was a little tougher in y'all's reading. I don't know why. The Mama came out. Okay. So, sorry if I was. I'm sorry. I feel like maybe it was needed. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get some advice out here. Some advice for pile 2, please. A couple cards, actually. 3 cards. Let's go through it. We have the Animal Totem, number 27. Animal Energy Powers. It's funny, you chose the deck that has all the animals on it. Divine Presence is here. The Force of Love and Creation. And we have Soul Appreciation. Soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude, having gratitude for the transformation and how far you've come, and being able to accept a gift that the universe may be trying to offer you right now is something that's also here. It's kind of also been a repetitive message that's come up in some of my readings. The scales need to be balanced. They're wanting to say here is that, okay, here's this opportunity, this Page of Pentacles. Solid new start here. You've grown, you've changed. You can balance the scales. You have an opportunity to do this. You're different. You know, 3, it's not a coincidence. That's 3. That's the number of growth. You need to appreciate how far you've come and the experiences that you've went through, and allow yourself to use this evolved energy that you've grown within yourself. Use that. Use that maturity that you've built up, you know? Divine Presence, the Force of Love and Creation. Guys, the Knight of Cups is the love. The Magician is the creation. This is the Divine Presence. This is something that you've been wanting for to help you to create some kind of stability here with that 44. Stability maybe for you and someone else, but it's just stability, feel like, in your life. And that number 8 together is that progress, making progress, which is what this whole reading I feel like is about for you. You have the number 27 here as well. So I feel like reflecting on things of the past, you could be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. But this animal totems that's here, the animal energies and powers, you have that fox again, that strategic energy. You have the stag here, which is the leadership of the emperor kind of taking the lead. You have the owl here that she's holding on to, knowing that you can make this decision for yourself. You are capable, okay? Seeing a higher perspective of things is something that you need to do. And being brave with that cheetah. In what direction you're taking. Reflecting on all these things is how you can come into an alignment here to accept what this manifestation is that's here and act on it. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to get some of these. These are the Divine Goddess Oracles. I have a advice for call 2. Strength. Advice for call 2. Okay. Sacrifice. Did I say something about that in the beginning? There may be a sacrifice here of some sort. Or am I crazy? We have strength, which is what we just talked about. See, you have the strength here to do this. We have wisdom, absolutely. You have the knowledge. You have the knowledge and the strength here to overcome obstacles and find your happiness. I mean, come on, I can't make that up. There's some sort of sacrifice. You have to give up something now for a future reward that's here. But you're sitting at a place where you're in the middle of that cycle. You have to make that step forward. This is not an easy task. I feel like this is something difficult. But this is important to me too. The obstacle here is to recognize your growth and get back on your feet and gain strength from a difficult situation. How you've gained strength out of a difficult situation. You learned from that, and now you can move forward here. Regardless of what's around you or who's around you that's kind of telling you maybe that you're not ready or you can't do it. Only you know that. Only you know that because you're the only one that's had those life experiences that you've had. You've lived them. So you know how strong you are. You know what you're capable of achieving. Happiness, again, these two came out. Happiness is found on the way, not at the end of the road. Yeah, quit thinking about the future and how it's going to play out and kind of worry about where you are now and how you can focus on your happiness in the here and now, okay? Love yourself first is part of this. New discoveries that lead to celebrations. Life's a climb, but the view is great. That came out. When did that came out? Another reading I did, I think. Let me get one more. Yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. There's going to be obstacles in life, of course. Actually, that's how we grow, is getting through those obstacles, but also through rewards and how we use those rewards for our benefit, and how we have to sometimes embrace your current state of being and know that if you have to make some sacrifices here, that those sacrifices can lead to something rewardful to you in the future, if that's a word. Half the failures in life arise from pulling one's horse as he is leaping. Yep. When you're taking a risk, staying with that risk and being devoted to that risk and what it is that you want and finding that, knowing, having that faith, you can't pull back the reins in the middle of it. You can't get to, I'm seeing this as like, if you're, English riding, right? You're jumping those hurdles with the horse and you get to that point where you have to, if you're going to go, you better go for it. Because if you pull back in the middle of it, it's going to end in a disaster. And I feel like this is the indicator in your whole reading here, what you've learned and how you've grown and where you've come from, forgiving yourself for maybe not doing that so well in the past. Pulling back the reins too early, right? It's a message that I keep kind of feeling here. The flower doesn't dream of the bee. It blossoms and then the bee comes. Yeah, and you've blossomed here. And now this sacrifice you may have to make, or some kind of prosperity is kind of here. This new beginning, Page of Pentacles energy is here. Because you've blossomed. That's why the manifestation is taking place. So you need to recognize that within yourself and recognize your growth. This is random. I don't know where this came from. The tallest tree in the forest was once a tiny acorn. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You have to start from somewhere. Okay, so let's see. I actually want to get some of these for advice for some reason, and then we'll get a postcard from Spirit and Initials. I'll close. Okay. So we have family here. The conflict is resolved. Healing has begun, and very soon. So I do feel like this is the Ten of Cups here, by the way, in this deck. So I do feel like there's going to be some sort of fulfillment here that's going to happen for you very soon here. But it says the waiting is over, a decision needs to be made. So this could be a decision on your own happiness here, Happiness is found along the way, not the end of the road. And needing to make a decision. And look at that, that's no coincidence. So we have challenges here. Negative and unhealthy obstacles are upon you. Be careful. We have sexual union at the bottom of the deck. And nurture and isolation and love and friends and healing. Okay, we could just keep going. Sorry guys, what I was saying was this may be something that you're sitting at this crossroads with, and the key to this is for you to get past this confusion that you feel when it comes to how far you've come in this healing, right? This could be a friend that maybe you kind of have feelings for, you know, with that Knight of Cups being there, and you've spent time away from this person, or you've spent time alone with this person. You want to nourish this. This is also about self-love being essential for this decision that needs to be made. And this could be a union that you feel with someone here, okay? Union energy here. And moving towards that. Okay, postcard from Spirit, and then initials to close. Postcard from Spirit for pile 2. Okay, it's kind of flip-flopped around, but let's see what we got. With love, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master, and you don't even know it. There'll always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whatever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion of the fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and abundance is a natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, then you can and will create it. You are so on the right path. Keep believing, and then seeing happens, loving you more and more every day. I mean, come on, guys. That's overall, this is like this message that Spirit's kind of sending you here. You have this manifestation that's here you've been waiting on, you know, and you'll always have that to keep the faith when it comes to that, you know, and not fall back into those insecurities. With love. Selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no reason other than the exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seamlessly unrelated to kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance that you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust that you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so, so much over here. Sometimes you have to receive in order to give. And that's something else that came to mind that's here as well. I don't know why or what that means to anybody, but there you go. I also tasted mustard in my mouth. I have to say what I feel in here and see and think and all that stuff. And for some reason, I just had the taste of mustard, like a hot dog, like somebody's eating a hot dog right now. If that's for real, somebody, please, for the love of God, put it in the comments, because I always feel so crazy when I taste stuff and smell stuff, you know, and I repeat it and they're like, because it's so random. Anyway, that was just like, maybe it's like a mustard seed though, you know, the story of the mustard seed, maybe something that you need to go research. Just saying. Okay. So let's see what else is here. I'm not going to go into details about that because, you know, we all have different kind of beliefs and stuff, and that kind of ties into the Bible for me in some kind of way. So, but maybe you should look that up. Perfect. Not everything's perfect. You have to make sacrifices. Decide. Well, that's pretty relevant. Work. Decide what will work for you. Here is there, and go within. Go within to be able to find those answers of what you need. Decide what will work for you. We also have simplicity, things that will make things more simple for you. Is if you're able to be vulnerable and include Maybe you should include someone else on this idea or this challenge, because you did have that for some of you. That's the case, because you have this Chariot here in reverse, which is about wanting to move in a different direction, wanting to take the reins in a better way, but not knowing exactly how to do that. But finding that courage first is the big part of this. Let's put a few more. There we go. That's better. So we have 5, which is the number of needing that change. 4 is the number of foundations. So this could have to do with foundation structure, security, having your, being secure in a situation. We have CLTO, clot. I want to go back here because I was thinking about this and then clot came up. Having obligations, it says here, you may have had some sort of commitment or obligation to someone else. What does it say? Let go of debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness for someone, for no other reason than exercise of the heart. So you may have to kind of release an obligation with someone in order to kind of help someone else. That's that sacrifice that could be taking place there. We have X being at that crossroads, and I. We have another X. We have D, N, C, O, M or W, F, from. It could be coming from someone. There was someone that was trying to offer a gift here. At the bottom of this, it does say that, that someone's entering your life with a generous gift, or a generous offer. We have way here. May not be the way that you thought. We have S, O, T, Q, Z, L, A, and L. We have land. This could be something that's just landed in your lap. We have mom. You could be a mom. Or this could be having to do something with a mother. We have time. No, we don't. We don't have an E. We don't? We don't have an E? That's weird. Huh. Usually there's more vowels in the bowl. It's kind of weird not to see it. We have all, so giving it your all. If you're going to do it, give it your all. That's something that's here. More. No, because we don't have an E, Holly. Good grief. We have yes. No, we don't have an E. Jeez, Louise. I just need to stop here, huh? I'm just tired, guys. Yeah, I think I am going to stop here. Yes, you can. Can's here. And do and it. Can do it. You can do it, okay? You can do it all. You can do it all. You just have to not be so scared of what decision that you choose, moving forward, and knowing that you've grown, knowing you can do it is here, okay? So I'm gonna hold this up. I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you want a personal reading from me, my information for that's down below in the description box. I definitely hope this reading helps you guys in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, that's all I have. Thanks, guys, for your love, all your support, and your kindness always. And I hope to see you guys soon.